How's it going, guys? Mike D'Amico here, and we're going to go over protein intake and how much we should be having in a day. So, if you are someone who wants to kind of track your intake on a day-to-day basis, this will be the video for you. So, simply put, you got to think about a few factors before you factor in how much you're having, okay? Your leanness, your level of activity, your age for the most part, and your goal are also going to be things that you want to keep in mind. So you always want to think about having about 0.6 grams per pound to about 1.5 grams per pound pound of body weight per day. All right, so the 1.5 is going to be a minority among minority, okay? And then the 0.6 is going to be a little on the lower side of things, okay? So if you are a leaner individual, okay, so you carry very little body fat, so you're kind of walking around at your true body weight, you're not really looking to, lose body fat, you can generally go with that higher number, okay? Now, if you're walking around with quite a bit more body fat, you're probably going to want to go for that lower number, all right? Because if you weigh 300 pounds, you're not going to have 1.2 grams per pound that day. That's well over 300 grams of protein, which is an exceptionally high number. And again, if you're very lean, you're probably not going to go for that 0.6 grams per pound, unless, of course, you're sedentary, which typically being lean and sedentary is not something that usually goes hand in hand. And that plays into my next point, where if you are sedentary, you can usually go for that lower number because you're not really breaking down your body very much to give your body a need to have more protein. And on that note as well, if you are on a muscle building, so a mass gaining plan, you actually want to go for that lower number on the spectrum, okay? So if you are a 200-pound male who is looking to put on, muscle, lean body mass, but also wants to, limit fat intake, you're probably going to still go for that lower protein number on the spectrum, all right? Because carbohydrates and fats are muscle sparing, okay? When we have an increase in taking fat and an increase in taking carbohydrate, it allows our bodies to be more efficient at using that protein for what its intended use is, okay? Now, if that same individual wanted to lose body fat, okay, their body is going to see that their body fat level is going down, and then your body's going to say, oh, well, we have all this muscle to spare, so we'll start using this to start generating more blood glucose, okay? Because your body doesn't really care what it uses for fuel, okay? So we have to actually manipulate our protein intake in order to make that fit. So normally if that person builds muscle with 0.8 grams per pound, they might want to go for more like that 1 gram per pound in order to prevent muscle loss, all right? And in general, people who are older, they're going to have a slower metabolism. They're going to have a harder time keeping off body fat. So I would recommend that older individual has an increased protein intake, okay? So maybe that person who would go for that 0.6 grams per pound of body weight might want to go more for that 0.8 grams per pound because they're older, okay? Their body doesn't use amino acids as efficiently as, say, myself. I'm 27. And in general, they're going to have a slower metabolism. That just comes with the aging process, okay? So you got to experiment with the numbers and see what works best for you. But with those variables in mind, you can come up with a protein intake that works well for you, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.